Hey, good afternoon, Purpose Seekers. What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in and joining in. I apologize if I can't see your comments. I'm having some technical difficulties, but I'm here nevertheless. I wanted to show up. I know it's been a little minute, but we have been a little busy taking care of our clients and doing a lot of teaching and training, but I want to get back on track. So thank you for taking this opportunity to join me for another episode of Living Each Day on Purpose. So whether you're watching us on YouTube or Facebook today, I greatly appreciate you tuning in. This is where we teach you strategies and give you tools to turn your passion into profit and grow your influence, income, and impact to manifest your purpose-driven life. And so I'm really excited to have you with me here today in this episode because we've got some exciting things that we're going to be sharing with you and bringing before you. So glad you tuned on in here. So today in this video, I'm going to talk to you briefly about 5 career mistakes to avoid in your 20s and 30s that you'll need to correct before your 40s when you're searching for purpose. If you're going to hit that mark and get where you need to go, you're going to have to start finding out some things pretty early. And just for watching today and hanging out with me, I have a gift that'll help you understand more about how to monetize your hobby or side hustle and turn it into a profitable business, all right? So let's go ahead and get into it today. If you're committed to this journey of finding your purpose and then finding your career path or where you need to be or want to be in the marketplace or what you want to do, it can be quite challenging. And it is a challenging journey to figure all this out, especially when you're young. You're in your 20s, you're in your 30s, and you're still discovering who you are and really what you want to be when you grow up and what you want to do with your life. I was having some conversations here in the past couple of weeks with some young people who said they want to go to college. And when I started asking them some questions about, well, what were they going to study? What were they going to major in? What did they wanted to do with a college degree? They didn't really have any answers for any of that. And it kind of shocks me because it's a little easier to make mistakes when you're younger, but as you get a little older, those mistakes become more and more costly because they use your time, they take up your time, they take from your life. And it's easy to make these mistakes that can impact your career trajectory by years. And if you're not careful, you find yourself going down the wrong path for a very long time when you could have been doing something else. And so in this training today, I'm going to give you 5 mistakes that I made when I was younger, in my 20s and up into my 30s. I started really figuring it out. But in my young 20s, I kind of started realizing what I needed to do because I was making a lot of mistakes. But if you're searching for purpose and you want to avoid some of these mistakes, I want to help you today because these are mistakes that if you avoid them, by the time you start getting into your 30s and you start properly aligning yourself with your talents, your abilities, your gifts, and your skills, what we call tags, these tags are your most important asset in life, business, and ministry. And it's crucial you understand that going forward into life, especially if you want to maximize your life. You want to maximize your income. You want to maximize your potential. You want to maximize the impact that you're having. You really want to start figuring this stuff out pretty early in life. And this is why we do what we do. But point number one, or the first mistake I want to talk about here is not finishing or not, not risking anything in your early days. You know, one of the things today is I'm appreciative of this younger generation that's coming up. They're risk takers, they're bold movers and shakers and doing things. But you've got some of those in between generations, the Gen X and the Gen Y. You're still trying to figure some things out. You need to kind of hurry up and get there. Because when I was younger, I was a little bit afraid to take some risks. I wanted to calculate everything out. I wanted everything to be known. I wanted everything to be right. I didn't want to assume any real risk. But as I grew and learned, I began to realize and understand that if I didn't take risks, if I didn't step out on what I thought, what I believed, what was in me to do, then I would never really reach my full potential and do the things that I want to do. And I realize, everybody wants to do calculations and do all the numbers and run the math, but sometimes the math ain't mathing. Sometimes the math ain't working because what you're trying to math out and figure out, God has already ordained for your life and aligned for your life. And so he exponentially begins to do some things. We have a tendency of just 2 plus 2 is 4. And 2 times 2 is 4. We can take that same math and they both equal 4. They both look alike. but they're not alike. Because when you start adding 2 plus 3, that equals 5. If you go 2 times 3, that equals 6. So it begins to exponentially grow. And this is why when you're working with God and you really tap into who you are and why you've been creating, what you're here to do, you realize this early. And so you're not afraid to take risks. You're not afraid to be bold and to move out and do some things, okay? Because it's what's going to lead you into your true calling. My second point is not seeking advice or mentorship. And today, the popular term is coaching. When I came up, it was about mentorship. We were big on mentorship, which means taking somebody under your wing, walking them through the process with you, letting them learn from you, letting them learn from your failures, your successes, your mistakes, bringing them up along the path with you. It began to morph into something today that we know popularly as coaching, which a lot of people coach. I am a mentor. I don't just coach. I don't just give you some information and then send you down the road to do it. I walk with you. I demonstrate for you. I take you by the hand. I show you. I let you live according to your life, but based upon how I model my life. I don't, this is why I'm transparent in what I say and what I do, because I still believe heavily in mentorship. But not taking risks and then not seeking the proper guidance and mentorship that you need when you're young, it allows you to, or doesn't allow you to properly navigate some places that you could avoid if you just got some wisdom, if you just got some help from somebody else. And finding this right mentor, finding this right guide, finding this right coach throughout your journey becomes very helpful, and it helps you avoid mistakes, and it gives you informed information so that you can make informed decisions. Is that making sense so far? And I'm not going deep into all of these because I am going to actually provide this information in a different format a little later. So if you want to know more detail about this, I'm going to tell you a little bit down below how you can get access to it. But I'm covering these quickly and briefly, but there's so much more to cover in this, and I'll provide that greater detail a little later. But my third point is this: not investing in yourself. Not investing in yourself. And I didn't see this early when I was younger, the importance of investing in myself. It took me a long time. Matter of fact, I didn't go back to school to finish my first degree until I was in my 30s. Because I was busy moving and shaking and doing all the things. And once I started getting a hold of point number two and point number one, start taking risks, got a few mentors in my life to kind of help me out. I kind of got the big head and thought I knew it all. So I just ran down the block and just started busting open doors and doing it. But I kept getting doors slammed in my face because I was either short in talent, I was either short in education. And so some doors were closed to me because I didn't take the time to invest in my talents and abilities to build those up to where they become really valuable skill sets that I could use in exchange for compensation. And it made it challenging for me to progress throughout my career because at that time it was popular and it was corporate to have a degree to get into management, to do anything up the upper echelon. And I wanted to be in management. I wanted to be the middle to high management. And so I had to go back to school to get a degree. So I had to learn to invest in myself because that investment was an investment in my career path. It would be an investment future into my future path and my future career. And I learned that investing in myself through education, through training, through personal development, it helped me build the skills necessary to succeed in the desired careers that I was in and in the career path that I was headed. I had a goal to work in corporate America. I wasn't going to be there forever, but I was going to reach a certain point, make a certain amount of income, use that to transfer and to transition into my own thing and do that. And so my goal was pretty much fixed and set. Once I began to get these points aligned, I began using them, which brings me to point number 4, not networking enough. And today I know networking is big, and I know everybody's got a different opinion on that and how to use that, what that is. I didn't believe in it in the beginning. When I was a young cat, as I said before, I thought I could just go out here and do this thing on my own, conquer the world on my own, didn't need nobody. That was my fake. You probably heard that in some movies. I don't need nobody. Well, we do need help. We need to network. And it makes it difficult for us when we don't, especially when we're trying to get our foot into door into some places that we don't know anybody in. I remember the first company that I went to in technology, and I wanted to work there. I knew no one in the company, but I had to get a foot in somehow. And how I got a foot in is I got a foot in by working a temp job. And I told them when a job comes up to work in this particular company as a temp, holler at me, let me know, because I want to be the first one in the door. So my networking was with the temporary agency that eventually got me into the company that I was eyeballing, that I wanted to be in. And building a strong network and building a strong network of connections can help you uncover new opportunities and help you gain valuable insights, and also allow you to get into the desired things that you want to do, whether it be in business, whether it be in career, whether it be your own thing. Having the proper people around you that can help you, point you in the right direction, give you some guidance, and then eventually open some doors for you is an awesome thing. Which brings me to my last and final point today, is narrow-mindedness. Get out of being narrow-mindedness. Point number 5, being too narrow-minded when you're young is not a good thing. I know today it's popular to be open to everything, but in being open to everything, sometimes you get narrow-minded into just that one thing. I know some people that I mentor and that I coach, once they get an idea in their head, they only want to see that idea. They only want to do that thing. And they can't seem to take off the horse blinders to see anything around them. They only see straight forward ahead. And that's a wonderful thing because that's focus. But now minded is not being able to hear the external that you need to hear, because everything isn't just black and white. And I'm not saying live in the gray, operate in the gray, but we have to take in other information in order to ensure that we are not narrowing ourselves down into a place and into a thing that becomes unrealistic. Because when we do, it limits our opportunities, it limits our potential, it limits our career options, it limits our business options. I realize being open to new possibilities and exploring different career paths can lead you to desired places. I believe that it can also lead you to your true purpose, lead you to your true calling, lead you to your true place of being in life. And so, in conclusion today, avoiding these 5 career mistakes can help you find your true purpose and achieve your career success. Being able to take risks, seeking mentorship and guidance, investing in yourself, networking, and becoming open-minded about the options that are available. I know we all have a vision and a goal and a plan, and we can only see just that. But sometimes there's different things and different ways to achieve that. And if we only get stuck on the way we think is right, it may take us a whole lot longer to get where we need to get. Remember, finding your purpose is a journey. It's not a destination, which means that the end result, the dream, the vision, the goal that's already been set, the place that you see yourself being and doing and operating and becoming is already there. What is not clear is the path to get there, the journey. And this is where I believe we get excited about the destination, but we frustrate the process of the journey. We get all upset when we've got to take off in the path, off in the alternate directions, or we get off in life and we have to make course corrections, because sometimes not having a clear plan leads us down various places and roads that we could have avoided if we just remember these 5 points and then we get a plan together on how to do it. Not one that's too rigid and inflexible, but one that leaves enough flexibility to where we're not taken aback or taken off course or decide to quit because things didn't work out our way. I hope this is helpful to you today, because if you have this problem, and right now you're seeking to advance yourself, whether it be in your career, your job, or in your own business, whether you're looking to go from a 9 to 5 to monetizing your hobby, your side hustle. I've helped dozens of people, dozens of 9 to 5ers solve this exact problem through my courses and my programs. So I'm encouraging you to reach out to me today. Send me a message, DM me on social media, send me an email that's posted on my social medias, and let's have a conversation, because I believe I can help you too. And let's see if you're someone that I can help. All right. So if this video has been helpful to you, I want you to do me a favor, because here is your action step today that I want you to do. Because just for watching, I told you I had a gift for you. And that gift is something that I want to help you use to start shifting how you're thinking, and be able to take some action toward what it is you want to do and to accomplish. And there's a case study that my team has put together that's based on other purpose seekers and 9-to-5ers just like you who are seeking to escape their daily grind and start their life journey and do what they had imagined themselves being able to do but were unable to do because they didn't have the plan, didn't have the roadmap. And so if you click the link down below in this post and in this video, you'll be able to get that case study. And when you do, when you sign up, you're going to be added to my mail list. But more importantly than that, myself or a member of my team is going to reach out to you with next steps. Have a conversation. We're not going to try to sell you and try to force you, but we want to try to see where you are to see if we can help you get where you want to go. And if we find out that we're fit, we may take the opportunity to present to you our offer. All right. But listen, that's all I have for you today. I'll have more for you. You can get more of this information that I'm going to develop this a little further, do a little more lengthy video on it with some more writing and provide that to you here a little later, probably in the week. I want to thank you again for watching. And until next time, continue living each day on purpose because purpose never quits. And I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care. God bless and bye for now.